Hello friends, welcome to JavaScript Interactive Applications video tutorials series. In this video tutorial, I would like to discuss how to create guess the number game in JavaScript. So let's get started. I search for Notepad. I select the Notepad. You can see that the Notepad got open. Here I am going to write the basic structure of any HTML5 document. I say less than exclamation mark doc type HTML. By reading this line of code, browser understands the given HTML document is HTML5 document. We know that HTML document begins with opening HTML tag, ends with closing HTML tag. In the opening HTML tag, I say lang equal to en. That indicates the language of this document is English. We know that HTML document is divided into two sections, head section and body section. To indicate the head section, I write opening head tag and closing head tag. That is head section. To indicate the body section, I say here opening body tag and closing body tag. That indicates body section. In the head section, I say meta char set equal to UTF-8. That indicates character set of this document is Unicode transformation format 8. I'm going to save this file. I say file, save as. I save the file at the desktop with the name default.html. Both sides I put double quotations and click on the save button. I minimize it. You can see that default.html page is created. I right click on it, say open with Google Chrome. You can see that default.html page is open in the Chrome. Title is set to default.html, which is same as the file name. We can change the title with the help of title tag. I say here in the head section, opening title tag and closing title tag. Here I say guess the number game. I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. You can see that the title is changed to guess the number game. Here we are going to define the structure of the game application using HTML because HTML is a structural language. Here in the body section, I say opening div tag and closing div tag. I say ID container. This div is going to become the container for our application, guys. I am identifying this div uniquely by giving an ID of container. Inside the div, I say opening label, closing label tag. Here I say enter an integer number between 1 to 10 colon. I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. It displays enter an integer number between 1 to 10. Of course, we have to accept the value. I am going to create one text field. So here I say input type is equal to text. I am going to identify it uniquely by giving an ID of txt num. And the value of this field by default I set 0, close. And here I am going to add a line break. I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. You can see that we got a text field where user is going to enter one integer number between 1 to 10. He is going to guess an integer number between 1 to 10, guys. Next I am going to create two buttons. One is a play button, another one is a reset button. So here I am saying 2 times line break and then I say here input type is equal to button. And the value of this field I say play. File, save, go to browser and refresh. You see play button is created. Next I create reset button. I say here input type is equal to button and the value I say here reset. File, save, go to browser and refresh. You see the reset button is created. Here I am going to create one span which is going to display the result of the gameplay. So I say here br and then I say span, opening span, closing span tag, and I'm going to identify it uniquely by giving an ID of SPN result. So that's the structure of our game application, guys. File, save, go to browser and refresh. Good. Next we are going to present this application in a different way using the CSS because CSS is a presentational language. To embed CSS we take help of the style tag, opening style tag and closing style tag. Here I say type is equal to text or CSS. So inside the style tag we write the CSS code. I am going to select this HTML element by its ID attribute value. In the CSS I say hash container container, opening flower bracket, closing flower bracket. I am telling here select the HTML element whose ID attribute value is set to container. This HTML element ID attribute value is set to container. Here I say its background dash color should be light gray. I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. You see light gray background color is applied. Next I am going to reduce the width to 30%. So I say here width of 30%. File, save, go to browser and refresh. You see the width is reduced to 30%. I am going to add some padding. To add padding, I say here padding, padding of 10 pixels. File, save, go to browser and refresh. You can see nice padding is added around the content. So that's our CSS code. Next we are going to implement the play button and reset button, guys. To implement the behavior to HTML elements, we take help of the JavaScript. That's a behavioral language. Here I say opening script tag and closing script tag. We take help of script tag to embed the JavaScript, right guys? Here I say type is equal to text or JavaScript. Inside the script tag we write the JavaScript code, guys. First we implement the play button. Here I say on click from the JavaScript play function should get executed. On click is the event, guys. When we click on the play button, play function from the JavaScript is executed. Let's create the play function. How do we create a play function? We say here function, then play, opening flower bracket, closing flower bracket. Just to check whether on click event is working or not, I am going to say here alert, in double quotation I say clicked. When we click on the play button, play function from the JavaScript is executed. Alert function displays an alert box with the text clicked, guys. I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. If I click on the play button, you see it is telling clicked. We got an alert box with clicked. That means the function is working, guys. Good. Next what are we going to do is we are going to get the value of this field. Whatever the current value of txt num is, we are going to get it. How do we get? I say here document dot get element by id, in brackets, in double quotations we pass the id txt num, and then I say dot value. What are we telling? We are telling to get the value of the HTML element whose id is set to txt num. This HTML element id is set to txt num, its value we are going to get. So definitely in the alert box you will see 0, guys. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. If I click on the play button, you see you are getting 0. Okay. If I enter some other value like 5, click on the play button, we are getting here 5. So we are able to get the value of this text field. But the value that we are getting here, the 5, is actually a string type. It's not a number type, guys. It's a string type. The type of, if I say here type of, there is a type of operator in JavaScript which displays the type of the value. Now we are not displaying the value, we are displaying the type of that value that we are getting. Definitely you will see string displayed. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. If I click on the play button, it says string. The value that you are getting, this 0, is actually a string type. Okay. If I say here 5 and play, it is telling that you are getting the string value, not the number, guys. So we have to convert the value that we are getting into a number. How do we do is, we are going to take help of parse int function. What parse int function does is it converts this given string into an integer number. Okay, it converts the given string value, whatever that, for example, you have a string 5, consider. This code converts it into a 5, a number 5, guys. So if you say type of parse int this thing, definitely you will see number displayed instead of string. File, save, go to browser and refresh. If I say play, it says you are getting a number now. Okay. If I say 5, say play, it is telling you are getting a number now. So now we are successfully able to get the value in that text field, successfully able to convert it into an integer number. That integer number we are going to store inside the num variable, guys. Understanding? We are storing that number into a num variable. So this is a user entered number. Whatever the user enters, we are going to put that in num. Let's say instead of that I say unum. Okay, this is user number. Whatever user has guessed. Okay, whatever the user has guessed, that number we are putting in unum. Next, what are we going to do is we are going to generate a random number between 1 to 10. we are going to generate one integer number between 1 to 10. How to generate an integer number? So I say here var rnum means random number, should be equal to math.random bracket semicolon. In JavaScript we have math object, from that we are calling the random function. What math.random does? It generates a random number between 0 to 0.9 guys. It generates a random number between 0 to 0.9. It is not going to generate 1. It generates 0.9999 also. It is not going to generate 1. 1 is excluded. Okay. Let me prove that. If I say here alert and say rnum, I am only displaying the random number here. Okay. I am displaying the random number. I am not displaying the user entered number, only the random number that we are generating here. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. If I click on the play button, you see it has generated 0.4. I say OK. Click on the play button. 0.4. OK. Click on the play button. 0.3. OK. Click on the play button. 0.0. OK. Click on the play button. 0.3. OK. Click on the play button. 0.3. OK. Click on the play button. 0.7. See, it is generating a random number between 0 to 0.9. So let me explain clearly. Math.random is generating a random number between 0 to 0.9 guys. Understanding? It's not going to generate 1. But actually what we want to generate a random number between 1 to 10. We want to generate a random number between 1 to 10. How do we do that? We are going to get this random number, whatever it is generating. We multiply it by 10. We multiply it by 10. So 0 multiplied by 10 is 0. 0.9 multiplied by 10 is 9. Right? So if I come here, multiply this by 10, what are we going to get? We are going to get a value between 0 to 9 guys. A value between 0 to 9. So we'll get 9.9999 also. Okay. So let me prove that. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. If I click on the play button, we got 3.7. Okay. Play. 7.4. Okay. Play. 1.1. Okay. Play. 6.6. Right. So now we are getting the value between 0 to 9. But actually we want to get 1 to 10 value, right? We want to get 1 to 10. So what we do, we are going to get this generated random number. We add 1 to it. We add 1 to it. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. Now we get a random number between 1 to 10 guys. So what I do here in the code, to this expression I add 1. So this time we are going to get 1 to 10. A random number between 1 to 10. We get 1.02, some 0.99. Any value we'll get guys. Okay. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. If I click on the play button, see 7.9. Okay. Play. 4.7. Okay. Play. 2.3. Okay. Play. 2.3. Okay. Play. 8.9. Okay. Play. 3.3. Okay. Play. See 2.6. So it is going to generate a random number between 1.0 to 10.999 you can say. But we don't want to display any decimal point. We don't want to get any decimal part. We only want to get the integer part 1 to 10. What we are going to do? We are going to put this entire expression inside parse int function. Parse int. What parse int does? It discards the decimal part. It discards the decimal part guys. Now we get a value between 1 to 10. We get an integer number between 1 to 10. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. If I click on the play button, see we got 2. Okay. Play. We got 9. Okay. Play. We got 10. You see that we are getting the value from 1 to 10. Okay. Play. 9. Okay. Play. 1. See, we are getting now a value between 1 to 10. And whenever we click on the play button, it generates a random number between 1 to 10. Now what we are going to do, we say if the user entered number, that is unum, is equal to the random number that is generated by the computer, both are same. Okay. If user entered number and the random number both are same, that means user has guessed correctly. He should win. So we say here document dot get element by id, in double quotations I say spn result dot inner html equal to what I am telling. The inner HTML indicates the content, guys. Okay, the content of the HTML element whose ID is SPN result. This element has the ID SPN result. Its content should be equal to, I say congrats, you won. Okay, you won. Else I'm going to copy this line of code and paste down. If the user guessed the number and the random number both are not same, we say here you lost. Okay, you lost, and the number is plus, we display the random number generated by the computer. So that's the code for the play button, guys. Let's play the game. I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. Let me enter a random number between 1 to 10. So I guess, let's say 3. If I click on the play button, it says you lost. The number is 6. Oh, I lost. Let's try with some other number. Let's say 5. Click on the play button. You lost. The number is 1. Oh my god. Okay, say 2. Play. You lost. The number is 10. Let me try 7. Play. You lost. The number is 10. Let me put 7 only and say play. You lost. The number is 4. Let me say 6. Play. You lost. The number is 4. Let me say 3. Play. You lost. The number is 4. You see how difficult it is to win. Let me try with 6 and play. You lost. The number is 8. My god. Let's say 9. Play. You lost. The number is 4. So you can see that we are playing the game, right? Next, we are going to implement the reset button. So when we click on the reset button, this should go back to 0 and this should go back to empty. Very simple. Here I say on click, we are going to call the reset function. We are going to call the reset function from JavaScript. So let's create that function. I say function reset bracket, opening flower bracket, closing flower bracket. What we want is the value of txt num, should be reset back to 0 and the content of SPN result should become empty, guys. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh. Let's play the game. I say 5, play. You lost. The number is 7. Let's say 4, play. You lost. The number is 8. Let's say 9, play. You lost. The number is 3. Let's say 2, play. You lost. The number is 6. Oh my god, it's difficult to win. Let's click on the reset button. When I click on the reset button, see, it is reset back to 0 and the SPN result has set to empty. Let's play again. Let's say 3, play. You lost. The number is 8. Let's say 7, play. You lost. The number is 8. Let's say 6, play. You lost. The number is 8. Let's say 9, play. You lost. The number is 10. Let's say 4, enter 4 and play. You lost. The number is 9. 5, play. You lost. The number is 10. 1, play. You lost. The number is 4. 6, play. You lost. The number is 10. Let's say 3 and play. You lost. The number is 4. Let's say 5 and play. You lost. The number is 9. 7 and play. 5. 2 and play. 7. 9, play. 1. 3, play. 6. 4, play. 1. 2, play. 4. 5, play. 4. 7, play. 2. 3, play. 7. 9, play. 10. 3, play. 7. 4, play. 6. 5, play. 8. 7, play. Congrats, you won. Awesome. Finally I won the game. That's awesome. Congrats, guys. We are able to make this game in JavaScript. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I suggest you people to watch this video again and again, understand everything clearly. Try it yourself. Okay, you try it yourself, you get more idea, and play the game. Definitely you enjoy. Ask your friends to play. In the upcoming video tutorials, we are going to discuss more about interactive applications in JavaScript. If you like this video, hit the like button and share with your friends so that everyone will get benefited. For more benefits and be up to date, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.